guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking to you about sewing clips. So I've been using sewing clips for about 2 years now, maybe a bit longer actually. I found them when I first saw them in a store at Aldi, but you can buy them online, you can find them anywhere, you can buy them by, you know, big brands like Clover and Prim. So first things first, you might want to know what sewing clips are. Sewing clips are basically little tiny plastic pegs, don't know if you've ever seen, tiny little plastic pegs that you can use in your sewing. I use mine to hold my binding on for a quilt, use them to hold seams together when I'm going to the sewing machine. You might want to know why you should be using them. You don't have to, completely up to you, but if you, like me, struggle with using pins, drop them on the floor way too many times in a day and end up playing the floor is lava, but you know, you get stabbed with a pin instead, then you might be looking to use something different. If you are older or you struggle with your hands, arthritis, anything like that, sewing clips are a lot easier to use. They're thicker, chunkier, they're a bit more like easy to grab hold of. Also, if you're looking at sewing with children, instead of, you know, if they're still too young to understand not to stab themselves with the pin, you might want to look at using sewing clips just because they are a lot easier to use, safer, and quite fun because they come in different colours. There is no size which is perfect to use. It depends what you are looking to make, whether it's from dressmaking, homeware, you know, reupholstered furniture, or you're doing patchwork and quilting. There's no size that's perfect. If you're looking at doing, though, I would advise, if you're looking at doing furniture and quilting, I would go for the larger ones just because they hold more, they open a lot wider, and they're easier to grab hold of. So for obviously chunky fabrics trying to get in there, you've got a bit more give to the clip. If you're doing more intricate things, I'd definitely go for the smaller, just because then they don't take as much space, they're easier to grasp, and they are obviously smaller to use. So I decided to purchase 6 different packs. One I already had, and then I purchased the other 5, tested them out for quite some time. I had a lot of fun doing it. So as you can see, I have got the 6 different brand of sewing clips in front of me, and I'm going to go through each single one, tell you what I like about them, what I don't like, what I think they are useful for, how many come in a pack, and the price range in which they sit at. So then for you, you can work out which is best for you, your projects, and what you are planning on doing with them. Let's get started. So to get started, I'm going to be talking to you about my favourite ones. These are the ones I've been using the longest, and are probably going to be my number 1 or at least number 2 on this ranking. These are the Aldi So Crafty sewing clips. So I got these probably about 2 or 3 years ago in the shop itself, in the store. You can buy them online. They sometimes are not in stock just because of the time of year and so on, but always keep checking back for them, or you could look on eBay if you really wanted to get hold of them. When I got them, they came in a pack of 25 for the small ones and a pack of 10 for the large ones. I got just 1 pack of each, which has been more than enough for me for now, until recently when I spoiled myself to more. But I really liked these. I picked them up just on a whim because, you know, when you're in the Aldi middle aisle, you just get a little bit carried away with things. So I started using my sewing clips in replacement of pins, and I found them so much easier. The Aldi ones are great because they're quite a thick plastic. I don't know if you'll be able to see us. I'll put some closer pictures up so you might be able to see it a bit more. But I'll include some screenshots and some pictures of them up close so you can see the quality better. The large ones are really great for like upholstery or quilting and patchwork, just because they are bigger. They open a lot wider, and so they hold more thicker layers. They also have on the base, they have the 1 3/4 inch, ½ inch and 1/4 inch markers. They do have 3 sets of like grooves and teeth, so they have a really good firm grip on the layers. They do have some, what I really like is the grooves that they have at the top of the clip. That just means that when you're using them, you don't just slide off the plastic. They've got something a bit more like a grip to them. As I said before, the plastic's nice and thick, so it's really sturdy. It doesn't feel like it's going to break easily, and I've put them through the test for the past 2 or 3 years, and they've lasted so good. I've not had one break on me yet. This also includes the small regular size sewing clip from Aldi, which is the small. Mine are in purple and clear. I don't know if you'll be able to see. I'll include a picture so you can see better. These again, same kind of style. They are really thick plastic, really sturdy, really easy to hold, so they are quite small. And they open quite wide, to be fair. I think I measured it about 1.1 or 1.2 centimetres, which is really good. These are great for holding and binding to a quilt, holding seams together, and just, you know, smaller projects like that. Overall, my rating for the Aldi So Crafty sewing clips has got to be a good 5 out of 5. They are overall good quality, useful, and I've not had any problems with using them over the past couple of years. The next on my list has got to be the Clover Wonder Clips. These are the benchmark for all sewing clips, and I believe Clover were the ones to kind of kick off this revolution that we're all now craving for. These are really good. They are on the pricier side. I think I paid around £30 for these. Prices will vary, but probably be around in that ballpark. They do come in, what I like is a nice little reusable case with Clover on them. So it comes in a really nice case. You can, you know, so that's where you can store them. These are really good. Let me get one out to show you. While the plastic's not as thick as it is on the small Aldi ones, it's still very top quality. The regular size clips also come with stitch markers on the bottom. They aren't numbered because obviously it's such a small area, but they do come with lines on the bottom, so if you are trying to line up a seam, line up where you're going to be sewing, this is perfect for that. They also come with a little groove on the top ready to hold, like, so you can hold them better, which I really appreciate because I often like rush and slip. So they have a really good firm grip on them. Again, they open, I think I measured this one at 1.4 centimetres opening. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but I'll include a close-up picture again for you to see. What I really enjoy and really like about the Clover regular Wonder Clips is that they have a clear bottom. The clear base means that they are easy to see through, so if you're looking to keep following a certain guide or a line through your fabric, you can definitely do that. So these are great for anybody who wants to really be precise with their work, or even if you're new and you're still getting used to, you know, your guides and sizing with seam allowance. These are great. Again, I would definitely give the Clover Wonder Clips a good 5 out of 5. The quality is there, the extra care that's taken into making them a usable product and long lasting has definitely gone into these, and that's why they get a 5 out of 5. So the next on my list are the Clover Wonder Clips, but in large. These came in a pack of, I think it was 24, and they were around £27 when I bought them. Price will stay around that sort of ballpark, but I really like these clips because the plastic is super thick, really durable, and might even withstand somebody stepping on them. Much like the Aldi So Crafty clips, the large clip opens up really wide. This is around 1.82 centimetres wide on the opening. I don't know if you'll see. The clip again, it's quite firm to open, but I think that'd ease slightly over time and use. But it makes me think that they're going to be something that lasts a long time. Again, you've got the grooves at the top of the clip so you can grab them easily, and the best feature of all is the markers on the base. So again, much like the Clover Wonder Clips regular size, these have a flat clear base so you can see your fabric through, and then you've got your 1 inch, 3/4 inch, 1/2 and 1/4 inch markers on the bottom. I found these really good for any kind of like quilting and patchwork, just because then you can line up your seams a lot easier with this markers on the bottom. Found it made my work a lot more accurate, so I wasn't guessing, because I like to cut corners now and again. I don't like to mark out every single seam. So I found this a lot easier to use to make my blocks more square and accurate. No surprise that these I give it a 5 out of 5, much like the Clover regular size. The durability within these and the quality is just off the charts. You can't get any better. Yes, the price is a little more. If you're looking for something that's going to last a long time, make your sewing projects so much easier, then I'd definitely look at getting the Wonder Clips. Next on my list is one of the top rated sewing clips I found on Amazon. They're not a brand, they're called Go Bestie sewing clips, but they're generally very generic. I think they've rebranded into different kind of names. But I decided to go for these. These are the top rated and had the most reviews from buyers. I bought these at around £5 or £6 for 100, and honestly they're not that bad. I was kind of expecting a load of them to just kind of break as soon as I started using them, but they've withstood what I've put them through already, which gives them a good, you know, good start. You get 100 in the pack. I do think they come from probably like Alibaba or something, but you know, give them a try. They come in a lot of different colours, so you know, if you're looking for something really colourful for your sewing room, this might be this. Much like the Clover sewing clips, these also come with a clear base. They do have a couple of lines on the bottom. Not sure how accurate they are and what they're referencing to, because they do look kind of stuck to, like, quite narrow. So I might actually measure those and see what increments they come out at. They do have one set of teeth. They don't feel like they're that sturdy, but they don't look it, but when I've used them, they've been fine. And again, they've got a groove on the top that makes it a bit easier for you to hold. So overall, as a standard, they're actually quite good. If you're not bothered for having a branded product or even going for the best quality, something you're just trying to try out, I'd definitely give these a go. They're cute, they're colourful, they'll do the job. If you're just trying to hold seams together or binding in place, then definitely just buy these because they're cheap, they're easy, and you get 100 of them, so where can you go wrong, really? I'd say that the plastic isn't as thick or looks as good quality as the Aldi or the Clover, but all in all, because they're so cheap, it's worth giving them a try at least once. So I would definitely give the Amazon Go Bestie sewing clips a firm 3 out of 5. They're good, so you've got a lot in the pack for your money, and if you're not too bothered about them not having a brand, then I'd definitely give these a try. The next set on my list is from Prim. They come on this cute little backing card. They didn't come protected by anything, no plastic film, which is great, less plastic, but I was worried that they'd probably easily snap because they just came in a bubble mailer. That's just because I ordered them online, so you know, if you find these in store, then much better for you. It is a pack of 12. I think I paid around £7 to £8 for these though. That is what lets these down, is the benchmark of the price compared to you only getting 12 clips. Whereas if you compare it to the Amazon ones, you get 100 for £5 or £6. And the Aldi, you're paying £3 or £4. So let's have a closer look at the clip itself. My pack came with 4 colours, blue, red, purple and pink. Not that bothered of the colours, I'm happy whatever they are, so I don't think they come in any other colours. I think this is just the only pack. So on when I first picked these up and started looking at them, I noticed that the clip doesn't actually sit flat, Much like all the others, I'll just get you one of the others out. So if you can see, the clip has a very flat base, whereas these don't. They curve. They kind of look like a small fish. I don't know if you'll be able to see. I'll put up a close-up image so you can see. They kind of look like a fish, so they don't actually sit flat on the surface. So when you're using them, they might tend to, I noticed with mine, they tend to kind of move a little. And when I was trying to get something to sit a bit more flat, you know, when you're trying to obviously make sure your pattern pieces are smoothed out, that everything, you've got no wrinkles or folds anywhere, these were kind of creating them, which was a bit like, it's not great. You don't really want that when you're trying to make something look nice in your project. It takes a lot for me to make something nice, so any help I can get, I need it. The plastic is good, not terrible quality at all. They've got the teeth on the end. It provides a good grip. Same again, there's a groove at the top where your finger and thumb will go, and that's got a good grip. Quite firm on the actual like opening. It's taken me quite a bit of an effort to open them. These, due to them not sitting flat, they don't come with any kind of stitch marker. They literally are just like a little plastic peg. Yeah, they're not the best. I wouldn't rush to get them again, just because you don't seem to get that many. I feel like in most cases you wouldn't more than 12 clips during a sewing project. I would give these a firm 2 out of 5. Though the quality of the plastic and the clip itself is good, they do lack in comparison to the other clips on the market. There is not as many features that make them admirable or even attractive to somebody wanting to pay that kind of price. The last pack on my list is the Ottomax Quilting sewing clips. These are a little bit different, quite a lot different to the previous ones, but I wanted to throw them in because I feel like they are still a good alternative, especially if you're looking to do a lot of quilting and patchwork. These might be a little bit more up your street. So these are actually long, as you can see, it's a long piece of metal folded, and it opens up. You'll be able to see it opens up and your fabric slides in. What makes these different is that they actually have no kind of clip to them. You have to slide the fabric in. What I noticed first was, when I first opened them, what I noticed was the metal edges weren't very smooth. They're still not smooth, so I would not want to use this on my fabric because I'd be scared that they're going to pull it, they're going to cause a tear, or even just like give it a nick, and you don't want that when you're trying to make something beautiful. On a lighter note, they do come with markers down the front. So the markers come in 1 inch, 2 inch and 3 inch, and within there you have a 1/2 inch and a 1/4 inch and the 3 inch, 3 1/4 inch sections. I'll try and get a close-up image for you now. So the only downside to the stitch markers is that they're not very clear. Maybe it's just the batch I got, not sure. I would say that they are helpful if you are looking to add binding or kind of try and keep a more even stitch line within your sewing. These can help you do that. Due to the poorer quality, I'm going to give these a 2 out of 5. While they aren't terrible, the quality is not quite there, though they do redeem themselves due to the stitch markers and how useful they could be in a sewing room. I also feel like these could be made better, higher quality, and then I think that they could go up in a star. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Give it a like if you did. Share it with friends and family, well, sewing circle, you know. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos and helpful tutorials. Thanks. Bye.